In ninth grade, there was only one teacher in my entire school life who genuinely disliked me. Other teachers might get annoyed with my lack of effort sometimes, but they still liked me as a person. This one didn't. She taught honors English, and from the very beginning, it was obvious she had a problem with me. One of the main reasons was that I was an athlete. I played 3 sports, which meant I occasionally missed class for away games. She openly disliked athletes, believing they didn't care about academics. What made it worse was that I also missed school for academic competitions, math, science, quiz ball, but that never mattered to her. In her eyes, I was just another dumb jock who didn't belong in her classroom. She never confronted me directly. Instead, she punished me quietly. Whenever we had long away games, she would intentionally assign double the amount of homework due the very next day, knowing full well that the athletes wouldn't have time to finish it. The worst part? She didn't check homework every day, only on the days right after away games, every single time. It wasn't a coincidence, it was deliberate. Then there were the papers. I would get mine back with no red marks, no corrections, no feedback at all, just a grade. Usually in the 70 seconds or low 80 seconds. Meanwhile, students around me would have papers covered in red ink and comments, yet they'd score in the 90 seconds. After one paper that I knew I had done extremely well on, I finally asked her about it. Her response stuck with me. She said, "You're only working at about 70% of your full potential. Other students are working at 90% of theirs." I asked her directly, "So my paper could actually be better than someone else's and still get 20 points lower?" Without hesitation, she said, "Yes." That wasn't a misunderstanding. That was her admitting it out loud. Toward the end of the year, she offered an extra credit opportunity. We had to attend a local college's performance of Antigone, write a 2,500-word paper connecting it to what we discussed in class, and turn in the ticket and playbill. The paper was due on Monday. The problem was that I had a major academic competition that Monday school sponsored, fully excused, and something you had to qualify for in advance. I told her about it for an entire week beforehand, 4 separate times. Every time, she told me the same thing. Just turn it in Tuesday morning. So I did everything right. I went to the play. I wrote the paper. The file was saved Saturday afternoon. On Monday, I competed and placed first in one category and second in another. Tuesday morning, at 7 a.m., before basketball workouts, I walked into her classroom to turn it in. She refused to take it. She claimed she didn't remember ever telling me I could turn it in on Tuesday. I showed her the metadata, proving the paper was completed before Monday. She didn't care. I explained that another student who turned it in lived across the street from the school, while I lived 20 minutes away and couldn't drive. She didn't care. She said I could have sent it with my mom, who was also a teacher at the school, even though I had been explicitly told to turn it in Tuesday. $25 for the ticket, hours of writing. My mom rushing me across town to make the play, and then picking me up again. All of it wasted. That was the moment I realized this wasn't about rules or fairness. It was about control. This teacher also prided herself on the fact that no student had ever earned an A on her final exam. She bragged about it. On the last day of class, she asked everyone, "What's your biggest wish?" I said, "An A on the final." She laughed and replied, "Yeah, and I wish for $1 million and not to have to deal with you anymore." Something inside me snapped. Final exam day came. 100 questions, plus a 5-point bonus question, asking things like, what was your favorite part of the class? What did you learn? I finished the main exam in about 20 minutes. For the bonus question, I told the truth. I wrote about never receiving feedback on my writing. I wrote that my favorite part of the class was knowing it was finally over. I wrote that she was, without question, the worst teacher I had ever had, and that the school was worse off with her teaching an entire grade. When the bell rang, I was the only one out of 110 students allowed to leave early. I sat outside waiting for my mom to finish proctoring another exam. Then I saw her, my teacher, walking toward me, holding my exam, crying. She told me to go to the principal's office. The meeting lasted about 45 minutes. She cried, yelled, and could barely catch her breath. I calmly explained everything that had happened throughout the year, things I had already told my mom many times. Finally, the principal asked one question. How many points was the bonus worth? 5, she said. Then don't give him the bonus, the principal replied. I scored a 98 on the final. I missed 2Q.